What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide and J.C. Lathem. J.C. Lathem, he was at SEC Media Days yesterday and he made a couple of comments that I want to talk about. And one of those comments was, we're hungry. We're coming for it, the national championship. We're going to shut everything down. It's not over. Ain't nothing over. No culture change and no dynasty over. We're setting the tone from the jump on the very first play and all the way to the national championship when we're holding that trophy. Okay, I understand J.C. Lathem and the Alabama Crimson Tide, Nick Saban too, got national championship aspirations as I do for my Alabama Crimson Tide. But forget all the talk. Got to show it on the field. All right, let's get on the field, put all the effort out there. He continue to say, hey, he want to be great. Everybody on the team want to be great. So, hey, let's show it. Alabama, they did some talking last season before the season started, and we wind up not even winning the West, losing 2 games, even though that wasn't a bad season. We still had 11-win season, but guess what? The expectations that we had or Alabama had last season, they was not met. So let the fans do all the talking. And y'all players, y'all just get out on the field, work your butt off, and hey, hopefully y'all can bring that national championship back to Alabama. That's what I expect, and that's what I believe y'all can do. Okay? So kudos to J.C. Lathem, but J.C., let's just show it on the field. All right? So get that little comment out the way. Here's the real comment that I want to talk about, what J.C. Lathem said. And I agree 100% with J.C. All right, this is what he said. I respect the fact that they have won back-to-back national championships. Talking about those Georgia Bulldogs. I know that that's not easy at all. I see the work that they have put in, but at the same time, the standard is great. I don't think it's above our standards, okay? He gave them credit. He said that Georgia standard is great, but he don't think it's above Alabama standards. And I don't either. I know a lot of fans and, these guys on TV say, hey, Georgia is the standard right now, which hey, they don't want back-to-back. Yep, they are the standard at this time, all right? But that standard still ain't higher than Alabama. You know why? Because Alabama is only compared to Alabama, past Alabama teams, okay? We only won 11 games last season, 11-2, all right? A great season for anybody else except Alabama, okay? And my thing is, how has Georgia standard passed Alabama's when Alabama in the Nick Saban era is 7-1 against Alabama. Against Georgia. Okay? And Alabama in the Kirby Smart era at Georgia is 4-1 against Georgia. Okay? So make the numbers. The numbers ain't adding up for Georgia to be the standard. Okay? You can beat somebody one time and all of a sudden you above them. Okay? A team don't make it to the SEC championship 1 or 2 years out of 15 years, and all of a sudden a team do it and win it a couple of times, they the new standard. No, I don't think so. All right. And my thing is, Alabama has been so scrutinized this offseason. With everything. Everything Nick Saban say is scrutinized. The hires that he made is scrutinized. Jesus, man. Okay, granted, Alabama, they got both coordinators is in their first year at Alabama. But it ain't their first year doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, he hired Tommy Rees. Everybody started talking about how young he was, only because he was hired at Alabama. I remember Joe Brady at the age of 29 being an offensive coordinator at LSU. Nobody had nothing to say. But like I said, only because it's Alabama. Then he hired Kevin Steele. People saying Kevin Steele too old. I mean, when there's a lot of coaches out there that's Kevin Steele age, they saying Nick Saban too old. Okay, it's been a lot of coaches older than Nick Saban. Nobody had nothing to say about it. You know, shit. The quarterback position. Everybody questioning the quarterback position. Like Alabama is the only team that don't have a starting quarterback at this time. Shit, you got Ole Miss down there with a quarterback battle going on right now. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. You got Tennessee with a first-year quarterback, even though he's got some real game time experience. He's going to be a first-year quarterback. I mentioned it the other day. DJ Uiagalelei, before he became the starter, hey, he had real game time experience. But when he came to starter, he was a dud. It works out that way sometimes. All right? You got Ohio State with a quarterback battle over there. Ain't nobody said nothing about it. Hell, you even got your defending national champion, Georgia Bulldogs, that's going to have a first-year quarterback. Everybody's saying it's going to be Carson Beck, except for Kirby Smart. You know, so who knows? Who knows? Even if it is Carson Beck, you don't know what he's going to be. But they only got the microscope on the Alabama quarterback situation. Only because it's Alabama. And the standard is so high. That's another reason why I say Georgia's standard is not higher than Alabama's. All right? And hell, you got Arkansas over there who replaced their offensive and defensive coordinator. Shit, I just found that out yesterday. I didn't even know that. Why? Nobody's talking about that. It's only Alabama. And I need to know, why is Alabama looked at with a fine-tooth comb? Why is the microscope only on Alabama when other teams got the same issues that Alabama do? But guess what? Those other teams, that standard ain't as high as Alabama. That's the reason why I think that Alabama is looked at, scrutinized the way they are. Okay? Everything Nick say, oh, it's a story. The only college coach that is that way with. Only because it's Alabama. And Alabama has set the bar so high that every other program in college football is trying to reach that, including the Georgia Bulldogs. I give them credit. They've been doing their thing. Kirby Smart been doing their thing. But to say you have passed Alabama or your standard is higher than Alabama, I beg to differ, especially when it comes to the Georgia Bulldogs and all the issues that they have with that football team off the field. So your standards can't be high as Alabama. Now, I know Alabama have issues off the field just like every other program, but not as many as the program in Athens had. Now, I know some Georgia fans going to come in here and talk crazy and dispute what I'm saying, but you do have a lot of problems over there right now. I'm not saying you had this many in the past or you will have this many in the future. I'm just talking about right now. And the thing about it, ain't a damn thing being done about it. Ain't a damn thing being done to try to curb it or curb the problem. So it is what it is. But hey, y'all winning over there. I expect you to go undefeated in the regular season. I expect you to go 12-0. Okay? But hey, I also expect my Alabama Crimson Tide to do the same thing. And like I said, I agree wholeheartedly with J.C. Lathem that the standard at Alabama is higher than anybody else's. That's why Alabama, the players, expect to win a national championship year in and year out. And that's why they done won 6 under Nick Saban. So, hey, you just got to, if you wanna pass Alabama standard, you got to at least win 4 or 5, at least 4 or 5. All right. Nick Saban, he didn't make this standard. He just added to it. He added to it because Alabama was winning championship way before Nick Saban. But he just took the standard to a whole new level. And that's what Alabama fans expect. That's what the players expect. That's what the alumni expect. For that standard, the bar, to keep on rising. And nobody, and I mean nobody, will never surpass my Alabama Crimson Tide on or off the field. Roll damn Tide.